Welcome back, Tribe. I have an episode here from NBC News. It says American missing in the Philippines and now feared dead, authorities say. So this is the news report, and we got someone else that basically does like an 8-minute recap of what actually happened to this guy or what people think happened to him. Or I don't know. They put the story together. So let's find out first from the news report.
An American missing from his home in the Philippines, now feared dead, allegedly killed by his kidnappers, according to local police.
It's coffee.
Elliot Eastman, a 26-year-old aspiring influencer and YouTube vlogger, regularly documented his life, living in, quote, the Philippines' most dangerous area as an American. On October 17th, Eastman was taken from the southern island of Mindanao at gunpoint, FBI agents arriving in the country days later to investigate, according to local media reports. But authorities now believe Eastman was likely shot while resisting the kidnapping as captors tried to take him away by speedboat. Regional police say a witness described his body then being tossed into the sea.
I've never seen any other foreigner here. It's dangerous. It's a dangerous area.
Eastman moved to the country last year, the Vermont native announcing to his followers he'd found a wife. The U.S. State Department currently has a level 2 warning for the Philippines, warning visitors to exercise increased caution. But the region where Eastman was living was considered to have an even higher risk due to crime, terrorism, civil unrest, and kidnapping. Some travelers calling it the red zone.
This is an area of the southern Philippines where, honestly, it has been a struggle to establish law and order since the Philippines became independent after World War.
Okay, so that's the first place you want to go as an American vlogger? Like, how insane could you possibly be? Bro, don't go traveling to countries and start stupid vlogs about the most dangerous areas that you're walking through and expect to get out without a scratch. You're living there too. So like as a visitor, maybe if you have a connection on the ground, somebody that lives there that could walk around with you and keep you safe, okay, cool. But this guy went there, found his wife, started living there. You're practically a target every single day that you're there. It's a matter of time. This is so stupid and tragic. All of this could have been avoided. That's insane.
World War II. And there have been a range of security challenges, from an insurgency to a threat from Islamic terrorism to just ordinary armed criminal groups that do things like the kidnapping that we're talking about today.
The danger, something Eastman seemed to be well aware of.
People coming here to tell my family that there's people that want to kidnap me or they're threatening to kidnap me. But for me, I've been living here. I've been taking this chance. You know, even last night, I'm scared a little bit. I'm scared.
Local police clashing with armed kidnapping groups as they searched for Eastman, allegedly killing 3 of the suspects. The official motive for Eastman's kidnapping still under investigation.
Okay, on that point, Valerie Castro joins us now live in studio. Do we know a motive here?
We don't know an official motive yet, but the former mayor of the town where Eastman was living says the kidnappers may have thought that he was a rich foreigner. Maybe he was coming from a wealthy family that could have provided a high ransom in return for his, in exchange for his return. He also says that there could have been some resentment towards an outsider marrying a local woman living with her family, and that may have been behind the motive in this case.
I want you guys to pay very close attention to what she just said, especially when you go into these countries that are known to be not very friendly to outsiders or very nationalistic. I mentioned this in a few videos. You guys think I'm playing, but when I tell you to be careful in the areas I told you to be careful in, I'm not joking. This is not the West. Cops won't come save you. Nobody cares. You're going to piss off some of the locals. These people are not as accepting as you think or the media makes you think. Careful the way you move overseas and the areas that you decide to go walking through. It's not a joke, dude. This isn't like America. This isn't Western Europe. Your safety is of your concern, just like the guys in Colombia that have been getting drugged and murdered. There's like an uptick and with passport bros that are going to Colombia and they're getting scopolamine. And if they manage to wake up, all their bank accounts are drained, their crypto funds, everything. And if you don't wake up, well, your organs are now on the black market. Totally avoidable if you just mind your business. Don't be a loudmouth. Don't get drunk. Don't try to start fights. Don't disrespect the locals. Try to blend in and be a ghost. Make no friction with anybody. Just be very polite. You're in somebody else's home. You got to act a fool in America and you know what the consequences are. But overseas, life is a little bit different. The ones who pay the price will be bozos like this. So rest in peace, bro. It is what it is. Let's see what the next one was. This guy does an entire recap, 8 minutes. So let's see what happens with the updates.
Thursday, October 17, 2024, a 26-year-old YouTuber was approached by three men dressed as police officers with M16s. By the time he realized they were not police, it was too late, as he was grabbed and thrown onto a boat and the kidnappers took off south. This is just such a depressing but stupid situation to cover, as the whole thing was extremely avoidable, and he had so many chances to save himself. But who is this man? Well, he's an American IRL streamer who's been building a following off of, in quote, living in the Philippines' most dangerous area as an American.
So
that sounds like a terrible idea. Pro tip, if most of the citizens avoid a portion of their country, it's best you do as well. The Australian government straight up says, do not travel here. And the FBI also states, do not travel to the area that he's in. Yet for some reason, he decided to go there and he found a wife. I don't know if he knows, but being a passport bro doesn't have to be an extreme sport. If you really care about your life, you can find someone in an area that doesn't have a do not travel warning by multiple Western governments. Bruh. According to a Sun article, it says a witness claimed the Vermont native was shoved into a white speedboat just after 11 p.m. on Thursday in a remote town he'd been living in. Local resident Abdulmali Hamsiranjala told cops that the four armed men pretended to be police officers when they forcibly took the YouTuber who tried to escape.
Why would they name the local who just snitched? Damn, I wonder if that guy's even still alive 2 months later after his report.
Abdulmali said the men were dressed in black and armed with M16 rifles. One of the gunmen allegedly shot Elliot's leg before he dragged him onto the speedboat, then fled by sea further south. Oh, what a horrible situation. Cops worked tirelessly to chase the suspects and the YouTuber, but failed to locate them, so he alerted other police and local Marine units. They said, we confirmed that there was a report of an alleged abduction of an American national. We want to assure the public, particularly the community of Saboko, that we are doing everything in our power to secure the safe recovery of the victim. The police asked the public to immediately provide any information they could help in the ongoing investigation of the reported abduction. So this is just nothing short of absolutely horrifying. And it's depressing that, best case scenario, this is a hostage ransom situation, as the other alternative is he's gone. This sucks. I can't believe he would do that to himself. Why would he ever put himself in this situation? As he clearly acknowledged the danger here, as his first video is titled, living in the most dangerous area of the Philippines, red zone. Then in the description, he wrote, Zamboanga is one of the deadliest areas in the Philippines for foreigners.
Damn.
Okay, bro, why are you here then? And what makes this super eerie is he talked about this on his live streams, which he streamed multiple times a day. Like, this guy was broadcasting all the time.
Everybody's telling me right now, there's people out there planning to come get me, bro. No, but that's true, though. There's people coming here to tell my family that there's people that want to kidnap me, or they're threatening to kidnap me, or stuff like that. Like, every day. Every day this is happening. This is like a real life thing for me here. And that's why no foreigners or there's no tourists staying here, because they're smarter than that. But for me, I've been living here. I've been taking this chance, you know?
Why?
Even last night, I'm scared a little bit. I'm scared.
Why are you still here then? His whole logic is rooted in survivor bias, which that's absolutely not going to fix his problems.
And if it comes to the point where it's like, all of a sudden I'm kidnapped and something's going to happen to me, I'm going to ask myself, I don't know. Yeah, it's like everybody's saying that, you should just go home. Like, this is literally my third time down here, living in this house. It's my third time. The first time I came here, it was like 1 month or something, or like 2 months I stayed here and then I went home. The second time, it was 6 months I stayed here and then I went home, because of these kidnapping stories and shit like that. Yeah, I don't know if I believe it either. I wish I could I'd rather just travel around. Like, I like this country, but like, I don't like feeling like I'm stuck here either. That's kind of sucks, but I'm not complaining. Like, I like the situation I'm in. I'm just, it's a real story. My wife, she was in school, bro. I don't know what, it was like 5th grade or something. And then these kidnappers came into their school with guns. And they took one of those young girls whose parents were from like Canada or something like that. So they knew that they had money, right? They knew they had money. So those people took that girl and they held her for a ransom. they held her for a ransom of like, I don't know what it was, $40,000 or $50,000, something like that. So this is real. This is not like, I know it's like some stories too, but this is real too. My wife had this happen to me in her class. She had a gun pointed at her head by one of these kidnappers. So I believe, because my wife told me.
But then get out, bro. What? This is not making sense. Was this guy broke or something? Was he stuck here? If you're getting multiple threats every day, your wife is telling you like, hey, this area is way too dangerous. You're going to get kidnapped and ransomed and killed, and they don't like you here marrying the local women like that. You may be an outsider. They're starving here. There's lawlessness. You're foreign. You're white. You got money. Let's kidnap his stupid pasty ass and get paid. The fuck did you think was going to happen?
That story that happened to her. She had a gun pointed to her face in 5th grade at school. And then they took one of those girls and they held her for ransom. Because her parents were like some higher up in the Canada or something like that. Like probably nothing that special. I don't know. But like, because their parents were like foreigners. And now that's what they're trying to do to me. That's what these same people are planning and trying.
A lending business, which she admits to in this vlog.
Invested some money in our business this morning. We had a guy who we're investing some money with. He came by. He gave us the money that we lent him plus some profit. We gave him extra so that our money is coming back more next time.
So you go to a no-go red zone because the area is known for kidnapping and ransom. And then you start operating as a bank/payday lender, then broadcast it on the internet every day?
What the hell? Damn, that story is crazy. I lived 3 years in Mindanao as a foreigner working for Del Monte. And whenever I was told, do not go here or there, I listened to the locals. This guy's dead and it's his own fault. Filipino here can confirm area is dangerous for locals, not to mention for foreigners. Many people on Philippines Reddit realized that on some of his videos, he was literally showing the faces of some drug dealers and convicts. In one of his vlogs, he literally caught on video a drug deal happening with all 3 men's faces were seen. The man hasn't been found and most likely dead by now. His remains would be dismembered and dropped off in different locations in the sea. That's why you keep a low profile in a village you're not from. I live in the Philippines. He died. They threw his body into the sea. 3 of the kidnappers were killed in a gunfight with law enforcement. If the people here tell you not to go to a certain area, don't go. They're telling you this to protect you. It's a wonderful country, full of friendly people, but it's still a third world country. And if you go around flashing money, well, you might just catch the wrong attention, just like this kid. His wife tells him a horrible story, and instead of getting her out of there, he stays there and makes himself a target. Poor wife. She already went through a traumatic experience in her youth, and now her adult life is... Damn. I knew someone that had to travel through there, and the lengths she went through to avoid looking like someone with money was insane. She brought a crummy backpack with her so she wouldn't be seen with nice luggage. She bought a straw hat, cheap clothes, wore worn-out shoes, and used her old cloth mask to hide her face just to ride on the back of a motorbike through that area. She even wore a chest binder to avoid looking like a woman so she wouldn't get trafficked. And this idiot is putting himself on blast? People do a lot of stupid shit for clout. Unfortunately, this may be one of them. I don't know what to say on this one, man. This was just like a warning episode. Be very careful, guys, when traveling overseas. Parts of Balkan Europe, obviously parts of Thailand, parts of the Philippines, parts of whatever country you're going to. When you step outside of the Western world, understand that there are certain no-go zones. Now, this part in the Philippines is a bit more extreme than most, but drugs, gangs, criminal organizations, all that shit is still active on the streets in a lot of these countries, the kidnappings and extortion and all that stuff. You being a foreigner sticks out like a sore thumb. Automatic. You know how you go overseas with that passport mentality that I'm coming with my Western money and my Western salary? They know that when they look at you. You're a mark. Don't think you could blend in. If you don't look like the locals, you stand out like a sore thumb. Good for dating, great, but very bad for your safety. Now be very careful in Latin America and some of the new countries that are popping up. I won't name them, but hopefully we get some more videos on the ground from guys that are traveling to them. And I've heard very good things. It seems like Thailand and the Philippines are, you're about 10, 15 years too late. But some of these other new locales are actually gold mines, straight gems, haven't been infested by foreigners. relatively clean and safe, and the people are incredible there. So hopefully we'll see more of those videos. Anyways, guys, take care of yourselves. Please, please, seriously. Heed all the warnings from the locals. Keep your head on a swivel. Practice like basic protocol of safety. Don't keep your nose in your phone when you're walking down the street. Stay in well-lit areas. Don't go out after dark. Pay attention to any car that passes you. Keep like a tally if the same car passes you multiple times. Be very careful of people sitting on the street, next to corners, shit like that. Just be very wary of everything. It could save your ass. And we'll see you on the next one.